Well, hello again, and welcome back to Keep It Grief, a place for the conversations you don't always know how to start, but probably need to have. This is where two friends sit down and talk about the difficult and sometimes bizarre reality of losing someone you love. So, grab a drink, pull up a chair, and let's head back to the pub with Jonny and Neil.
So here we are then, another week. We are smashing through these now, aren't we?
Episode 3.
Episode 3 of Keep It Grief, proudly sponsored and supported by the Estate Registry. How's your week been, mate? How's things?
I'm trying to think what I've been doing. 50th birthday party.
Not yours.
No, but it's that year, isn't it? Everyone's turning 50.
Do you know what though? Right, I need to tell you this actually, because we had, just on a side note, you're going to like this. So there was a full-on argument over the weekend.
Right.
With my wife and her in-laws and me. Because I was like, yeah, Neil's like 48. Are you 48?
48. Yeah.
48, yeah. And Lucy was full on telling me you're not 48. And I was like, he's 48. And they were arguing because they thought you were way older. No, they thought you were a lot younger. So there you go. So you may be turning 50 in a year and a half or whatever it is.
Well, it's good to know. It's good to know.
What's the secret?
Well, I don't drink, do I? Maybe it's that.
Maybe. And it's also the stress-free life that we've obviously had as well.
It's probably grief, actually. It's taken a lot of weight off of me.
Yeah. I mean, that tends to happen, doesn't it?
It's put weight on me, but it's literally taken weight off.
Yeah.
Swimming, doesn't it? Swimming.
You love your swimming, don't you?
Yeah, it's been like a bit of a salvation for me, the old swimming.
Do you do, obviously you're at the coast, do you do it?
No.
Oh, you don't do it?
Oh, no.
Because I know loads of people that do that.
No. In a swimming pool.
It's very cold.
I do go to like a Lido in the summer when I can.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, quite nice.
You're so Sussex. I love it. You're
Lewis,
so Sussex.
Yeah, it's nice.
Lewis Lido. Yeah, nice. That is nice down there. So if you're in the summer, and you want to know where to find Neil, he's either at a wedding or in his Speedos.
At the Lido.
Yeah. Are you Speedos or trunks?
Board shorts.
Oh, yeah, you are. Yeah, right. You can tell I don't do surfing, don't you?
Well, you're trunks, eh?
No, I'm a thong.
Mankini.
Yeah, so 50th birthday though, it's good though.
It was good, yeah. It's a weird one because what usually happens, you just get there and everyone's just talking about how old everyone is. And you just talk about ageing, pretty much. But I've got a new perspective on it now, since Lottie died, so I do see it as more of a privilege than I used to.
Yeah, I get that. What happens at 50th though? Do you still like, because I see it from, I used to DJ for lots of like 40s and 50th.
It's just the same as...
Still go for it?
Well, people don't go as hard as they used to. Well, I don't, but people just, it feels like everyone's the same as they used to be, but they're obviously not,
Yeah, I get that.
Because you all age together, don't you? So.
Yeah, no, I get that. Yours sounds a lot more fun than mine. I've had my dad's dog with us, so which is weird because it's my mum and dad's dog, so... Right. And obviously she's coming back to the house that she lived in for so long, the dog. So she always is looking around. I always think she's looking for my mum when she's at the house. Is. Yeah, I think she is, because she never got to say goodbye to mum.
Right.
So because mum literally was complaining of a headache, we went to the hospital and I drove her there and we never drove her back. She never said goodbye to the dog properly because she didn't expect to say goodbye. So I think the dog's always been like, well, she's just gone and packed her bags and left us. Just done one, she's gone. So whenever she's back at the house, it's always a weird one for her, I think. But Louis, my son, loves it. Like this morning, he was up going, "Where's Willow?" And he's gone down and he's gone and seen her. And so it's bittersweet, but it's nice for him. So it's nice for me. It's nice for him. It's nice for me. But I did see one thing though this week. I don't know if you saw this. Where is it? Kelly Osbourne put something on her, excuse me, get my phone out. Oh yeah, there you go, on her Instagram.
I don't really follow her stuff, but...
I do, I'm a prolific follower of Kelly Osbourne. No, it came up actually on my For You feed, because now we've done this podcast, everything on my algorithm
It'll
is
just be
grief.
Full of grief. Yeah,
as if we needed any more grief in our lives, it's now everywhere. Anyway, she put something out, obviously, after losing Ozzy. She read this, and I wanted to see what you think about this. Right, this is from her own words, it's not a poem or anything. Dear grief, I hate you. I hate the way you slip into ordinary moments and ruin them. A song, a smell, a quiet room. Suddenly I can't breathe. You turn memories into knives. You make the world keep spinning while mine stands still. I hate how you remind me over and over that he is gone, not coming back, not calling, not laughing, not singing, just gone. And you make sure I never forget it. You sit on my chest at night. You wake me up with what ifs. You replay the last words, the last look, until they blur and break me over and over again. I hate that you exist because of my love for him existed. I hate that the price of loving him is carrying you. Grief is heavy, grief is cruel, grief is relentless, and I'm so tired of the pain.
Jesus. It's heavy, isn't it?
Yeah, it sounds like she wasn't in a good place.
It's quite early doors for her, though, isn't
Massively.
it?
Well, in fact, that post, I think, was 7 months to the day that she put that out.
Right.
So it's still very, very, very new and raw. But
I agree with it to an extent. No one wants to grieve.
Yeah.
You'd rather the person was here, right?
Yeah.
But I also believe that I've actually made grief's like my friend now. It's like...
In what way?
Well, it's a reminder of Lottie, isn't it? It's like, without grief is love, isn't it? Grief is love with nowhere to go, that's what they say.
I do love that saying, yeah. I think it's a very good spin on what grief is.
You know.
So for you, where she's saying, I hate you.
I would rather feel sad and grief than feel nothing, because then she's gone, right?
And I think it's something you said earlier in one of the other episodes, and I completely agree with it. There's almost that fear, as horrible as grieving is, and it is horrible, that pain is what keeps them close to you.
I don't want it to go. A lot of people say, I can't wait till I'm not grieving anymore, or it's not as heavy, but I don't want that. I want it to be as heavy as it is now, because that's my connection.
And that's what makes you feel close to her.
Yeah.
And I get that. I think there's always that element as well where people say, grief is what you make it, and one day you'll learn to live alongside it. And I think we live alongside it anyway, but that doesn't mean that the pain will ever...
Yeah, you don't have a choice. You have to live alongside it.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, I think, try to block it out, ignore it, and pretend it's not happening. But I don't.
And what would you say then, because there's something else I want to show you in a second. What would you say then to her saying things like, you sit on my chest at night and you wake me up with what ifs? Do you ever experience that sort of thing?
Yeah, I do. And I would just say that that's just a reminder of the love you had for that person, So you
kind
of have to reframe it.
Yeah. So instead of turning it as a negative, make it into
make it a friend at the table that, where your loved one isn't, sort of thing.
There was actually a really lovely email here from Emma. Thank you so much for your email. We've had loads of emails. Honestly, I didn't expect it. If you want to email us, it's so simple. It's hello@keepitgrief. If you just want to say hello, you can do that. If you want to let us know how the podcast is making you feel, if you want to tell us what you want from us for future episodes, what you'd love for us to discuss, we're all ears. We'd love to hear from everyone, wouldn't we? But Emma said, hi, Jonny and Neil. I've literally just come across your podcast this week after seeing a clip on TikTok. I just wanted to say thank you. I lost my mum in October. Welcome to the club, sadly. I'm 23. I didn't think I'd be grieving this young. Listening to you both has made me feel like I have somewhere to come to, because in truth, I haven't been able to go back home since my mum died. I haven't been to my parents' house since the funeral. I just can't. My dad's still there, but every room feels like it's paused in time. Her slippers are still under the bed. Her coat's still on the hook. Everyone keeps saying you'll go back when you're ready, but I don't know if I ever will be. Anyway, I don't really know why I'm writing. I think it just helped hearing two men say the stuff people don't usually say out loud. Emma.
Well, that's a really poignant message. I struggle with that still now. Don't know if do you want to talk about it?
Yeah.
Well,
both can. I relate to that in the sense that, so my dad's obviously on his own now. Yeah. And, as I've said before, the home I'm in now is the family home, and I needed to preserve that. Obviously, we knew what was going to happen with mum. And it was like the thought of her being ill or dying in that home, I might as well have demolished the house, because it would just have ruined everything. Mm. So as it so happened and transpired, they had moved out at that point to this lovely place. And it was the place they'd always dreamed of moving to. Right. And it'd always been particularly my dad's dream. And it's been the best thing that could have ever happened to him moving to this place where he is, because there's an amazing community. Yeah. It's in like the middle of the forest. It sounds like he's like just... It's nice. Like just there in a tent. They are apartments, but it's amazing. They all go and walk their dogs together. It's great.
Nice. Sounds idyllic.
Yeah, it's so peaceful. It's so tranquil. And it's where they always wanted to move. And there was a kind of a 7-month overlap where they were there together. But it's still really hard because all of her clothes are there. Yeah. The seat that she sat in was there. And I go there and I'm like, where is she? And I know she's not there. It's silly, but in my head. So what Emma's saying there about how hard it is to she can't bring herself to go there, I completely understand that.
Yeah, but I think you don't have to.
No.
I found this out early on. My therapist was really good because people have advice, and everyone's got their own opinion, but they're not going through what you're going through. And I felt like I had to go back because basically Lottie died where we lived in. We didn't own it, but it was a little flat. We loved it, and I went back with my parents straight away. And I didn't plan to never go back again, but I'm still at my parents. I have been back. I did go back a couple of times.
Did you go into the actual?
Yeah. And I went there with my mum first of all because it was just too difficult. Then I went there on my own and just spent like an hour just sort of sitting in it. And
how was that?
Hard, very hard.
What was the hardest element of that, just knowing it's where everything happened?
It was just surreal. It wasn't even that. It was just we had so many nice times there. It was our home. We loved it. She loved it. I loved it. And it was just so still, and there's no laughter or anything. It was just me.
The home element had gone.
And it wasn't my home. It was our home, and that's where I'm kind of at. Plus, we didn't own it. So I did make the decision not to go back and live there. But I still struggle with that. I still don't know if it was the right thing to do. She loved that place, but...
It's the right thing for you to do in that moment, mate, and I don't think anyone can ever take that away from you.
No.
And it's the same as what we were saying about Emma just then. What you just said, no one can tell you what's right or wrong.
No. And I still don't know. I still don't know what's right and wrong, but I did what I had to do at the time. And
for what it's worth, from my perspective as a friend, mate, I think you did exactly the right thing for you at that time, and I would have done exactly the same. When something as traumatic as what happened with you and with Lottie happens, the last place you want to be is.
I think that was
place.
The fact that it happened there is just all the good stuff was kind of tainted, and I just want it to be the place that we used to love,
And that's the thing. As I say, we were fortunate. Mine's different to yours in the sense that the house that we're in now, nothing bad happened, thankfully. But if it had happened, I would have done the same as you. I would have been out.
Yes, it's difficult. So what I would say to Emma, it was Emma, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, it's just don't rush it. Just do what you need to do in your own time.
Yeah.
Just go with whatever your heart tells you to do, really.
And I mean, even now, two years on, Dad says to me, we need to, look through Mum's...
all of Lottie's stuff I've still got it in the same place. Yeah.
I can't.
I've still got an open birthday presents that she wrapped for me before she died, so...
So you haven't opened those?
No, can't. Tried. I've gone there a few times and tried, but...
And what's stopping you?
It's the last thing that she wrapped for me, so... I can't. It's more than just it's that connection.
Say there was something in there, like a watch that you could then wear forever.
Yeah, I know, that's the thing. She'd want me to have those. Yeah. So I will open them at some point.
When it's right for you.
But it's, like I say, you don't have to rush these things. You do them in your own time. I still haven't watched any films of Lottie. I haven't watched any video, because I know that you posted a picture of you and your mum.
It's tough,
dancing. But I still haven't gone there.
Do you know the ones that I find tough with films and videos? And I haven't done yet, and they're in my study, in a box. I asked Dad for them.
Study?
Yeah. On the West Wing. It sounded far more grand than it is.
Right, okay.
A room that's got a laptop in.
Yeah.
That's good. No, honestly, it's not that grand. So in there is a box that I asked my dad for, and it has all the home videos from when we were younger.
Yeah.
And I think it must be very telling. If I went to a therapist, I'm sure they'd tell me that. You may be able to tell me it's sitting at home. It's probably clear as day. Those times are the most special times in my life. I had the perfect childhood.
Yeah, same.
So seeing those videos and seeing me running around in the garden or having a hug with my mum, I think that would be the hardest one. Whereas I can watch videos of her recently.
Yeah.
I can even see the photos of her with my son, which is heartbreaking, but I can watch those. But for some reason, it's been on my list to do for months and months to get these digitalised because I don't want to lose them, obviously.
No.
But I just haven't been able to do it.
I think, but you don't have to do everything. I think people think you've only got this very small window of time to do all these things.
Yeah.
You don't. That's what my therapist said very early on. She's like, you don't have to rush into anything. You just got to let grief do its thing, and then,
and dictate the time. And I think that's a key point there. And going back to Emma's message, I think, you know, this where is home? I think home varies, and grief, this is going to sound strong, but I think grief changes where home is, because I'm sure you back in 2023, before Lottie passed, would say home was at your flat.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So where's home for you now?
This is what I'm still trying to find out. I'm back at my parents, but they've been amazing. I can't, you know, that's what I needed. But, you know, I'm back where I grew up. It wasn't, I'd built a life with Lottie, and that was my life.
And I know you've always said to me, though, you've always said about being back at your parents, you're like, oh, you know, I don't think there's any shame in that.
There's not, but it's society, innit? And it's not even that, it's me, it's just, you know.
It's not where you wanted to be.
Not, but I do love it there, though, because they're great.
Oh, mate, that's the thing, that's where grief is different, because, for example, I'm in a different situation to you, and all this week's been so busy, last week was so busy, and if Mum was still here, and this makes me sound like a right mummy's boy, I know, but...
I'm a mummy's boy, sorry.
Well, all the best guys are. Yeah. But they you know, she would have been there going, oh, I'll make you some dinner, come round, I'll make you some dinner, or she would have been going, let me iron your stuff for you. I've got an ironing pile from where we were on holiday, as big as my ceiling, because I just haven't got round to it yet. And it's those little things that, not because it's materialistic and I'd love my mum to do it, but it's just that she would have been there saying, let me do it, let me do it. And I'd be going, I don't need you to, Mum, I'm a fully grown man, I don't need you to do it.
Yeah, and also, like, obviously, since what's happened with your mum and stuff, like, I do recognise it's a privilege to spend time with my mum and dad. And,
But then it's easy for me, for example, if Lucy wanted to do something and the Arsenal game's on and the boys are saying, oh, should we go and watch this Arsenal-Tottenham game? You know, and I'm like, oh, I've got to go and watch that. You would give anything to be with Lottie instead and not go and see that game.
Go and watch Arsenal-Tottenham.
No, you wouldn't choose that game anyway.
But no, I get it, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Obviously, I'd give anything to spend some time with Lottie, yeah.
And I think it's just whatever situation you're in, it's easy for me to say, oh, but mate, I'd love to be there with my mum. And you'd...
But I just think you have to appreciate these things. That's what I mean when I went to my mate's 50th and that, and people are talking about getting older and stuff. You do kind of... don't get me wrong, I still hate it. I still don't want to get old.
No, but it's a privilege.
But I do recognise that some people don't get to get old, you know, and that's,
Well, do you know what? I'm with you on that. I think age is a privilege. And, you know, we're all going to get old, but also I'm getting quite thirsty. So would you mind...
All right.
Would you mind popping and getting a little drink for me?
The usual.
And you, yes, please. Our non-alcoholic option in this pub, whilst you do that and unclip and everything seamlessly. I wanted to talk about, before we get back to the conversation, I want to talk about something that doesn't get spoken about much, but causes a huge amount of stress. And that thing is money. Specifically, that time between someone dying and probate being granted. Even when you know funds are coming, there can be months, or if not longer, where nothing is accessible. And during that time, funeral costs still need paying. Bills don't pause, life doesn't wait for you. That gap can add a whole other layer of anxiety to an already overwhelming time. That's where a service called Inherit Now comes in from the estate registry, and they can really help you out. It's designed to bridge that waiting period while probate is progressing. In simple terms, it allows families to access funds from an estate earlier through an inheritance loan, rather than waiting until everything is finalised. And in some cases, it can even help cover the initial cost of starting probate itself. It's not about rushing anything. As we just said, we don't want you to rush. It's about easing financial pressure when your emotional energy is already stretched, because grief is heavy enough without money worries sitting on top of you. And the thing I keep coming back to with the estate registry, and the reason why I'm so proud to have them as our partner of Keep It Grief, is that they understand that the practical side of loss doesn't sit separately It doesn't sit separately from the emotional side. So if you ever find yourself in that in-between space, wondering how you're meant to manage, it might help to know that Inherit now exists. There's no obligation, no expectation, just information if and when you need it. You can find out more at estate-registry.co.uk. Every time you are there to perfection with the time. I am gasping, by the way. Thank you very much for that. Oh, that's good. That's what we needed. So yeah, we were just saying, I think, as I was just saying then about, the estate registry, there's no rushing anything. There's no pushing time and stuff, I think.
And like, that's part of the reason I moved back to my parents is, financially, I couldn't really afford that place on my own. So
I think also that element for you is that although you're saying you're figuring out where home is, you've been able to go back to a home from a previous time where you had happy memories.
Yeah, but that's difficult.
I'd give anything for that. I mean, I kind of have in a way, I guess. I kind of have because I've gone back to the home that I grew up in.
Yeah.
But it will never be the same. But now it's about creating new memories with my son, and
yeah, of course.
There's definite parallels that are drawn. But my house to me was more than just bricks and mortar. It was a home that I had great memories in, and I guess that was a way that I could get closer to mum, even when she was still alive. But for you, I guess it's something that's a completely different situation.
Yeah, it's a bit weird, to be honest.
But on the plus side, it has allowed you to do a project which I am so invested in.
Touchy subject at the moment.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a few electric problems, but yeah.
Not with the house, we should point out. Neil's been doing, a project. You explain it, mate. It's brilliant.
Okay, so I've been converting so when Lottie died, I moved back home. Like, what am I going to do? I don't want to live with my mum and dad's forever. I just don't like Seaford's a lovely little town, but there's more to the world. And I've always fancied the idea of living in a van. So I just thought, why not? Life's short, can be short. This has got to be the best time to give it a go. So I bought a van and I'm converting it to living.
And the van has a name?
Lottie, obviously.
And what was the reason for that, though? Was it
a van called Lottie, if anyone wants to follow me.
Yeah, isn't it a van underscore or something?
A_van_called_Lottie.
You didn't make it easy for yourself, did you, with that? Oh, my goodness. Find it on the Keep It Grief HQ socials. You'll get it there. But so obviously you named it after Lottie. Was it a dream that you shared together?
No. Oh, no.
Would she like it?
No, she'd have hated living in a van.
So if anything,
she liked a nice little flat. She didn't want to live in a van.
Yeah.
It's always been something that I wanted to do.
Yeah, it would have been a bit cramped too of you, to be fair.
I don't know how couples do it, but yeah, no, it's...
So where are you at with it now?
I'm getting there. Most of it's done. All the electrics are in. It's got like a shower, kitchen, all of that. I just need to do the finishing touches and stuff.
Cool.
But yeah, why did I called it Lottie early on. I don't know what. It just felt right.
Yeah, I love the fact you did it because actually it's keeping. You've used it. I don't know if you've been on Neil's socials, but you've used it as a way to almost talk to Lottie. Some of the posts are incredible, man.
That's my little journal, really. Yeah, I don't know why I sort of. Not all posts are like that, but a lot of them are directly talking to her. Yeah.
Does that help you?
I think so.
What about when you're doing the van? Do you do it as if she's there with you?
I talk to her all the time anyway, no matter what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Van, whatever, life. I'm always talking to her.
So when the van's not going quite right, what would she have said to you?
Yeah, or if I lose a screwdriver or whatever, I'm like, oh, Lottie, help us out. Where have I put it?
Yeah.
And it usually turns out to be fair.
It's helpful.
So, yeah. Yeah.
What's been your favourite process of doing the van so far?
Oh, I've hated all of it. No, it's satisfying.
But you're not going to give up, though?
No, I'm gonna finish it. It's my little I don't know what would you call it?
Distraction.
Yeah, it's my
project.
It's where I feel
it's your place of like paradise where you
yeah,
just can
yeah.
get
Like
escape.
even if I'm just driving to B&Q in it, I just like being in that van. It's
Is there an element for you that you're hoping when you've completed the van you'd have a bit of closure, or do you think it's
I
just
don't
a
want
new
closure.
journey?
No.
So will it just be a new part of your journey?
Yeah, it'll just be. I'm gonna sort of. I've still got all the stuff from our flat, and don't get me wrong, it's not going to be like a shrine. It's not going to be.
No, of
but
course
I'm
not.
going to put a lot of our stuff in there.
Yeah,
you know,
it's your
some
place.
Pictures of Lottie up and stuff.
Yeah.
And use some of our, stuff from our flat, and it's just going to be our new little place.
And is it the aim essentially that when you do your weddings and you do weddings abroad and stuff, you'll take that?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and go full time. Yeah, just live in it. That's why I've made it sort of put a shower in it and made it all nice.
So I mean, this obviously is not a contractual obligation, but as Keep It Grief grows, if we end up doing a road tour, a van called Lottie could be our tour bus.
Well, yeah, I don't know if we'd fit all of us in. We could give it a go.
Hey, we'll give it a go.
It's big.
I don't mind a spoon. I mean, Lawrence is only 6'7", so he's fine.
But no, it's a lot. It's been a lot.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I don't know. I'm rubbish with all that stuff, so I've learned it all.
Well, you're not, mate, because you've done it.
Well, I'm still rubbish.
I wouldn't know where to begin, honestly.
I should probably get the electrics checked at some point.
Turn on the fan, boom. What do your mum and dad think of it? In fact, what does everyone think of it?
Well, I think they were apprehensive to start off with. They didn't like the idea of me just going off in a van, especially after what's happened. They worry about me, obviously. But I think they've come around to the idea that I need to do it, and that's where my life needs to go.
And why do you think you need to do it?
I've always been I've always been quite close to nature, man, and all that stuff.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I have, and even more so now. The simple things are.
You're not going to be a nudist, are you?
No.
Okay, right.
No.
Good. Just wanted to get out there and just.
But I'm not a city person. I just want to get out on the coast and just,
It's funny because obviously we do it here in Wandsworth.
And
you come in and I can just see that you're like, I'm out of my comfort zone here.
No, it's all right. Like, I don't mind visiting, but
you just want to go back.
I'm just not. I need to be near the sea.
And do you think like when people have projects, a lot of people have written in about various projects that they've been doing to distract themselves almost.
Yeah.
Do you think you'd say to someone?
I don't know if distraction's the right word.
No, maybe not. But I mean.
But yeah, I get. I call it distraction. So yeah, it is the right word.
I guess it's something to help them through.
Yeah.
Do you think if someone's listening today that's just lost someone, like for example with my dad, he had joined before he died, but it was on my mum's instructions. He's always been really handy. It'd be great to help you with the van. Yeah. He's always been really handy as an electrician as well.
Right.
I
didn't realise.
yeah, he's not certified anymore. Not because anything went wrong.
Neither am I.
But just retired. But anyway, my mum was like, you need to go and find a hobby.
Yeah.
Because when I'm not here, you need to have a friendship group around you. You need to have somewhere to go.
You need to find stuff, man. You need to keep well in yourself for a start. So yeah, I very quickly, a couple of months after Lottie was gone, I joined yoga classes and all that sort of thing, and started swimming.
But it is hard because some people, I mean, just from the comments alone, some people say they can't get out of bed because of the grief. It's hard. But you're saying if you can get yourself just out of that.
I mean, the initial. Don't get me wrong. That first month, I could barely. I couldn't eat. I couldn't do anything. That real intense sort of early grief. You've just got to get through it.
I think it's hard as well. Like when Mum died, I had a 7-week-old son.
Yeah.
To think of, and I had to be careful with this because he's my trigger. But he had to be my reason that I had to be well. Because I think otherwise, I mean, I had said this whole time when Mum goes, I was like, I don't know. Never said it to anyone because I didn't want to freak out my wife. But I was like, I just don't know how I'm going to get out of bed. I don't know what I'm going to do. But when you've got a 7-week-old there that's relying on you to be his dad, and you have no option but to.
You just got those first few weeks. You've just got to drag yourself through. Sorry. For anyone who's in the early stages, you've just got to.
And it's not easy, and there's no right way to do that.
It's just survival.
Yeah, there's no right way to do that. But like, don't And I know it's easy to just wrap yourself in some sort of bubble where you don't want to talk to anyone.
my mum and dad, they always made me go for a walk every day.
That's really good.
Just to get some fresh air.
Yeah.
I mean, it was weird. I was like head down. We didn't talk. It was just
little steps.
You just have to get out and try and keep moving.
I do think as well, like what you were saying about your project with the van called Lottie.
Yeah.
I think like Louis was almost like, not that he's my project Mbappe. He's like my project in the sense that he was my focus.
Yeah.
Except for I had to just make sure I was keeping him alive. That was the main game. But he with your van, you were working on different elements of that, and I guess with him, I was working on a whole new relationship.
I mean, I do feel for a lot of widowers who have children, because that must be a whole new level of grief, because they're grieving, but they've got to look after the kids, so they don't get time to grieve themselves.
It's just a whole different ballgame. A few
widows and widowers, and hats off to them if you can do that, because all I've had to look after is myself.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and that's hard enough as it is, to be fair. But yeah, I mean, my auntie, she won't mind me saying this, but she lost her husband and had 3 young girls to look after at the time, and it's before I was born. But how she did that, and 3 children to look after, losing your husband. So if you're in that boat, I can't even imagine how difficult that must be. But
send us an email.
Yeah, do send us an email, as we said before, hello@keepitgrief.com.
Do our best.
Yeah, and it's just, do you know what? It's not that we can give any advice, because we're not in that boat.
Like I said, at that point, it's just survival. You just got to drag yourself through it.
And I think it's just a case of, with that, it's not that we're here for advice. It's that we're here just to listen, and that's what this whole podcast is about. We're here to be the friend you need, even if it's at 3 a.m. in the morning. We're just here for you, and actually, by you sharing your story, it helps us, and I'm sure it helps others too.
I'll be asleep at 3 a.m.
Yeah. Well, I would be too if my son didn't keep waking up.
A night out, actually, so I probably would be up at 3 a.m.
There was, talking about emails, actually, there was another one that I wanted to bring up before we go, and that was his name's Christian, and he said, my girlfriend partner died very suddenly at age 49 from a massive heart attack in 2022. So I know how the suddenness can absolutely smash you to bits. It rearranges you in ways you probably can identify with. It is, isn't it?
Smashes you to bits. Yeah, that's about right.
I mean, it's not even like an understatement, is it? I mean, you'd know that more than anyone.
No, it just destroys you. Yeah.
Anyway. The story, we've got more to come from him here. The story of the whole thing is a long, convoluted and heartbreaking affair, but you end up lost and looking for any lighthouse, which I thought was very true. Time does heal, but there's some days that are impossibly hard. I won't ramble on, but I just wanted to reach out to you both and thank you for another lighthouse in the storm.
Oh,
that gets me, that bit. But
lighthouse in the storm.
That's what we're all looking for, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's just so. I almost look at it as you are swimming across a very, very choppy ocean, and you're looking for those platforms that you can just stand on for a minute and stop swimming.
Yeah, that's a good way.
I've never said that before, but I'll keep that.
Well, no, yeah, that's.
Clip that one up, Lawrence. But yeah, I think that that's what it is. Similar to what he says, a lighthouse. Yeah, a buoy.
Or buoy, as they call it in America.
Do they call it a buoy?
Yeah, it's weird.
That's wrong.
Yeah, of course it is.
I think that's all we look for, and I think what he said there, that suddenness as well, like you say, it just throws you. It must just throw you.
Oh, it's
one day life's normal.
Oh, it's just mental. It's just a madness. It just sends you into a madness.
Do you think it's kind of, like when someone's fighting a war, for example, they're being shown, like World War II or whatever, they're being bombed left, right, and centre.
Where are we going with this?
Hear me out here. It's not as good as the boy one. But like they're shell shocked because they've been hit left, right, and centre.
Yeah.
They don't know what's going on. They can't think straight. 100%
there's shock involved. Yeah.
So do you still think you're in that shell shock period, or do you think you're able to reflect a bit more?
I can reflect, but I think a lot of what happens has been decompartmentalised. Is that the right word?
Look at you.
It's been put in a box somewhere.
Therapy sessions with Neil available now.
It's been put in a box somewhere, and I don't know if I'll ever go back there, but yeah. 100% shock, shell shock, PTSD, all that.
Well, I I've actually really enjoyed talking about Lottie and Lottie the van today.
It's always
I think that we need to hear updates throughout this whole series.
the van.
Yeah. How far off are you completing it? No pressure.
I reckon about 2 or 3 months.
Oh, sweet.
But I'm not sure though.
Well, maybe we could do one podcast from in the van.
Yeah, maybe.
Shotgun the bed. On that note, thank you very much for joining us again this week. This has been Keep It Grief, proudly sponsored and supported by the Estate Registry. We really appreciate you being here, and we will see you for the next one. Cheers, mate.
Cheers.